boils down to this, folks. Of course, match number 6, the final group game in this year's Champions League, is just around the corner, with some clubs pinning their hopes on making it through to the knockout stages, but some clubs are already packing their bags and heading back home. Of course, who's going to go through? Who's going to go home? We'll take a look at that. More next. That's right, folks. Bam's going on a production video today. We're for match day number 6 in this year's Champions League, and we'll get to that in just one second. If you're new, where you've been, smash your subscribe button, bang, and take all things Champions League related, Rob and Rose related, World Cup related. We got it all here, boys. Under one Rooski, of course. Liverpool, big win for them, keeping them in the mix, of course, as did PSG. Ran riot against Maccabi Haifa, of course, in the Champions League last weekend, last week. What's going to go on this week, of course, we'll take a look at it as, of course, the group games come to a close. We'll take a look at it, all of it, in a second. Of course, big shout out to my VIPs. They are the patrons, you know who you are. But anyway, what we're doing right about now is recapping the results in our own prediction league, of course. See how I got on, see how you guys got on, and all that kind of jazz. Better by me, but not. It's actually my second best performance so far in the picks since we started. Of course, I haven't really matched those match number 3 days. Of course, if I can, that'll get me right back in the thick of things. But of course, let's recap the results. Of course, see how we did, how I got on. Of course, Sevilla 3-0 win over Copenhagen. I went with a 1-0, 4 points for me. Chelsea 2-1 win over Salzburg, 2-0 win it was, 4 points for me. Benfica 4-3 winners over Juventus, 2-1 win for me. Why do I only get 3 points for this? 4 points for that. That's pretty close. Anyway, PSG against Maccabi 7-2, of course, 3-0 win for me. Maybe because I didn't get the goals scored on that side. Dortmund, bore draw, absolute shit show there, 4-2 for me. Leipzig, 3-2 winners over Real Madrid, got a point on that one. Remember the draw. Celtic 1-1 draw against Shakhtar Donetsk, 2-1, of course I went on that one. Zagreb got spanked by AC Milan 4-0, I went with a draw. Internazionale 4-0 winners over Plzeň, I went with a 2-0. Club Brugge 4-0 smashed by Porto, 1-1 of course for me. Frankie 2-1 winners over Marseille, 1-0 win for me, got 4 points on that. Spurs 1-1 draw against Sporting, I went with a 2-0. Of course, they were a bit of controversy towards the back end of that game. Bayern 3-0 win over Barcelona, 2-2 of course, no points there. Atletico 2-2 draw against Leverkusen, 1-0 win for me. Ajax 3-0 a loss to Liverpool, 1-0 win for me. And I got this one bang on the nose. And I played my double. Look at that. Without that, I would have shit the bloody 3-0 win Napoli over Rangers. Of course, let's have a look at then, of course, the table. Not doing good at the moment. But hey, you know what? I'm getting excited for the knockouts. But anyway, so this is, of course, I got 41 points or something like that, which is pretty criminally low, considering everybody else. Well done to everybody else. If you see your name, smash the thumbs up. That's the rules, man. If you see your name, smash the old thumbs up. You guys got this. You guys got this. But anyway, did terrible though. I thought I did pretty good. So really, the bar was set here. 58 points by Sue826. Hammond Jacob there, 51 points. Thomas Tommy to NG up there in the bronze. So well done to all you guys. Pin Predict, of course, up there. Worsty, familiar name. Douglas James Orn, of course, flexing once again. But of course, the overall state of play is Nico Z, YT, 22 and 29 points up there. Pin Predict with 227. Dirky Boy is on 205. It's not far off. I just need to get a little bit closer to the action. I need to get back into these teens or something like that. Yeah, not great. Not great indeed. So, if you see your name, smash your subscribe. It is free to enter. Get in amongst it. But let's have a look at who's through and who's going home, of course. So it's a little bit different here over in Champions League land. Top 2 go through. The third team goes through to the Europa League, I think. So Napoli and Liverpool are there. They're confirmed, sealed the deal, but of course they've still got to battle for the right to become champions. But the goal difference to Napoli is massive, so I don't think, regardless of what goes on this weekend, that Liverpool can overturn that. Meanwhile, Club Brugge are there. So are Porto, and again, a team that everybody will be hoping to get. Licking their lips, and of course Club Brugge will be looking to remain top bills here. If they can do that, they can get themselves maybe a favourable tie themselves. Meanwhile, Bayern Internazionale, they are also there. They're qualified, of course. Let's back up a bit. Let's back the truck up a little bit. Rangers against Ajax, or I think that's the final game. The goal difference is massive. I think Rangers need to do the unthinkable to sideswipe Ajax. into the Europa League or what have you. Over in Group B, Leverkusen could still keep their European dreams alive, of course, by ousting Atletico Madrid. Group C, though, Bayern and Inter are there. Of course, Bayern are champions of, or top their group, and of course will be as winners. Barcelona are in the Europa League, unfortunately for them. Meanwhile, Spurs are just, I think they're there. Spurs are not there yet. Spurs are not there yet. It is all bloody wide open. I have no idea. Of course, I think I'm not sure. We'll see who they play in their final game in a second. But Spurs are on the brink. Spurs are on the bloody brink. Meanwhile, Chelsea are through. Again, not necessarily group winners, but just about there. A point needed in their final thing. Milan are not there yet. Salzburg and even Dinamo Zagreb could sneak in there, of course, needing a bit of a gold swing to do just that. Real Madrid are through, of course. They are there. Leipzig just about. Celtic are out of all European competition this campaign. City are also through. Dortmund are just about there as well. Sevilla have to settle at the moment for Europa League. PSG and Benfica are there. Juventus have got to square it up against Maccabi Haifa for a spot in the Europa League. That's, of course, the state of play in the groups. So let's go back into the predictions, of course, and have a little look at what we're talking about. We're talking about the final games. Again, some teams have got a lot of work to do. Some teams are going to probably play the reserves, like City, probably take their foot off the gas in their match. But anyway, let's take a look at Leverkusen up against Club Brugge. So let's jump in the deep end, of course, take a look at Leverkusen up against Club Brugge, coming at you on Tuesday, November the 1st. Now, these two sides have played each other 3 times, 2006, of course, 2 wins for Brugge, nothing for Leverkusen, 1 draw, of course. Leverkusen, just 1 win in 6, 33% form for them right now. Club Brugge, 50% form for them right now. That's 1-2 lost to and drawn 2 over the last 6. Last time around, over in Belgium, was a 1-0 win back in September, of course, for Brugge. Meanwhile, Leverkusen with a big 2-2 draw against Atlético, taking on Leipzig this weekend in the Bundesliga. Brugge, of course, lost to Porto, bit of a spanking, taking on Ostend this weekend in the Juniper League in Belgium. 13-8 on is your Leverkusen, 15-4 is your Club Brugge, 10-3 is the away win. Leverkusen should win this one, unfortunately, which of course would dent Club Brugge's hopes for top honours. Then next, of course, same group, it is Porto taking on Atletico. That's over in Group B. Played each other 9 times, 2009, 2 is Porto, 4 for Atletico, 3 draws, of course. Both sides, of course, remember Porto, Club Brugge are through. Porto, though, 83% form for them right now, just 1 defeat past 6. Up against Atletico Madrid side, unbeaten in the last 6 games, 75% form for them, but of course having to settle with, looks like Europa League at the moment. Last time around, over in Porto. Well, actually, last time around, they played each other in Spain. Of course, it was back in September the 7th. 2-1 winning was for Atletico. The last time I played each other in Portugal, though, was a year ago. Of course, back in December 2021, it was a 3-1 win for Atletico over in Porto. Porto, though, 4-1 winner of Bruges, taking on, of course, Santa Clara Azores this weekend. As Atletico, big 2-2 draw against Leverkusen most recently, taking on Cadiz, of course, over in La Liga. The odds right here are now 7-5 is your Porto, 12-5 is your draw, 50-8 is your away win. Going to go with the draw here, point apiece. Porto will be happy with that. That might even put them in top spot, we'll see. Of course, Marseille against Spurs over at the Velodrome. Now, these two sides have played just the one time. Of course, Marseille, though, 1 win in 5. Of course, 2 wins in the last 6. 33% form for them right now. Spurs over that are in 3, 58% form for them as they've hit the rough patch right now. Of course, the reverse fixture over at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium was a 2-0 win for Spurs back in September. Spurs pick up a 1-1 draw at Sporting Lisbon, taking on Bournemouth this weekend. As for Marseille, big loss to Frankie, taking on, of course, Strasbourg over in League 1. The odds here right now, of course, Marseille 2-1 for the Richie 13-10 is your Spurs, 12-5 is your away win. We're going to go 2-0 win. Spurs need to win this one. Of course, keep the dream alive. Keep Conte in the hot seat. None the same. Sporting Lisbon up against Frankfurt. Of course, Camacho over in the Jose Alverde. Played just the one time. Sporting, though, 42% form for them right now. Winning 2 of the last 6 up against the Frankfurt side, who won 4 on the bounce. Of course, 67% form, of course. The reverse fixture over in Germany. 3-0 win for Sporting. Sporting, they'll pick up a draw against Spurs most recently, taking on Aroca over in the Portuguese top flight. They're expected to win that game. Frankie with a big 2-1 win over Marseille. Taking on Dortmund this weekend with the Bundesliga, a bit of a zinger over there. The odds right here, right now, of course, for this one. What we got going on? Sporting 11-8 for the Richie 90-10 win. 12-5 is the draw. Could go either way. Very much so. Ooh, I'm going to go against it. Yep, I'm going to go with Frankie. 2-1 win for them. Surprise, surprise. Putting a bit of chaos in that group. None the same. Viktoria Plzeň taking on Barcelona, of course, who will have to play the kids. Played each other 3 times, of course, in 2011. 3 wins for Barcelona. Nothing for Plzeň, no draws, of course. Plzeň then won 3, lost 3 over the last 6. That's 50% form for them. Against Barcelona side, winning 3 of the last 6, 58% form for them, of course. Last time around, it was a 5-1 win for Barcelona. That was in the Camp Nou, back, of course, the Camp Nou, yep, back in September the 7th. The reverse, the last time played in Pilsen was a 4-0 win for Barcelona back in November 2011. Barcelona 3-0 loss to Bayern, of course, taking on Valencia this weekend, up against Pilsen side, of course, who did lose to Inter, taking on Ziln, of course, in their top flight. But the odds are here right now. Pilsen 10-1 for the victory, 4-1 on is your Barcelona, 19-4 is your draw. We might even see a flex here. I'm going to go with a 3-0 win for Barcelona at Pilsen. Lewandowski to get in amongst the goals, of course, to keep his stats up there as well. Bayern taking on Inter, of course, come at you over at the Allianz Arena, played to the 10 times, 2006, 5 wins for Bayern, 4 for Inter, 1 draw. Bayern, though, of course, unbeaten in the last 8 games, 92% form for them right now. Inter, though, unbeaten in the last 6, 92% form for them as well. Last time around, of course, over in Italy, it was a 2-0 win for Bayern. That was back in September. Of course, the last time we played each other over in the Allianz Arena in competitive action was a 3-2 win for Inter back in March 2011 in the round of 16 of the Champions League. Inter, big 4-0 win over Pilsen, most recently scoring, 10 goals in the last 3 games, taking on Sampdoria this weekend, expected to win that game. Bayern with a big 3-0 over Barcelona, taking on Mainz, of course, expected to win that game as well. The odds here for this one, we have what we got going on. We've got Bayern 29 on for the victory, 7-2 is your draw, 11-2 is your away win. 3-1 win. Let's back the fave here. 41% of the vote have gone with a 3-1. I've gone with that as well. I think that sounds just about right. Of course, Rangers are taking on Ajax. Must-win saloon here for Rangers if they could pump about 4 goals past Ajax, which of course is going to be rocking or really hard to do. They might have a chance. Anyway, 58% form for Rangers right now. Of course, winning 3 of the last 6 because Ajax side have won 3 and lost 3 over the last 6. That's of course 50% form for them. The reverse fixture, a 4-0 win for Ajax over in Amsterdam back in September. Of course, Rangers though picking up a 3-0 loss against Napoli. Most recently, Ajax with a 3-0 loss against Liverpool. Ajax are in action, I believe. I'm not too sure who they're taking on in the Eredivisie. Rangers, though, taking on Aberdeen over at Ibrox. So back-to-back games at Ibrox for Rangers. 14-5 is your host, 14-5 is your draw, 6-5 is your away win. I'm going to go 2-1 win for surprise for Rangers here. Just to add a bit of spice to the mix. It won't be enough, though. It won't be enough, but of course it'll give the Rangers faithful a bit of something, and maybe even a bit of hope for Giovanni, of course. Anyway, Liverpool up against Napoli, of course, over at Anfield. Played to the 9 times, 2010. 3 wins for Liverpool, 4 for Napoli, 2 draws. Of course, Liverpool winning 3 of the last 4, 6% form for them right now. Napoli, 100% form for them. Haven't lost in the last 26 games, of course. Meanwhile, Liverpool did lose 4-1 to Napoli last time around in September. And the last time played over at Anfield was a 1-1 draw back in November 2019. Liverpool with a big 3-0 win over Ajax, of course, taking on Leeds this weekend. Napoli with a big 3-0 win over Rangers, back-to-back clean sheets as well, taking on Sassuolo this weekend. But the odds for this, we have a Liverpool 13-8 on for the victory, 7-2 is your 7-2 is your away win. I'm going with a draw here. I'm going to back a draw. I think Liverpool maybe not going to push the boat out here. They're through. Of course, they would want to win this group, but I don't even know if it's possible. I don't even know. I think you'd have to get your calculators out. If there's a hope that a 2-0 win or a 3-0 win will do that, then they will go for gusto. But if not, they're going to take it easy, and they might even rest a few lads on this one. Anyway, into Wednesday's games now. Shakhtar Donetsk up against Leipzig. That's, of course, coming out over in Group F. Played just the one time. Of course, Shakhtar with the win. We'll talk about that shortly. They come into just 1 defeat past 6, 67% form for them. Up against the Leipzig side, unbeaten in the last 8 games, of course, winning 4 of the last 5, 83% form for them, of course. The reverse fixture 4-1 for Shakhtar in Leipzig back in September. Leipzig, though, picked up a 3-2 win over Real Madrid, taking on Leverkusen this weekend over in the Bundesliga. Shakhtar, of course, did draw with Celtic, taking on Alexandria in the Ukrainian top flight this coming weekend. But the odds right here right now, Shakhtar, of course, 3-1 for the victory, 11-8 on is your Leipzig, 10-3 is the draw, of course. Tight. I don't know. Let's play a draw. I don't know. I'm going to go with a draw, which of course is a bit sitting on the fence on that one. None the same. Real Madrid against Celtic, of course, going to the Bernabeu. Bit of a day out, maybe for the Celtic fans. Got nothing to play for really. Played each other twice in 2012. Of course, Real Madrid winning 2 of them, of course, and just 1 defeat past 6 for them. 75% form for them. Of course, Celtic though just 1 defeat past 6 also coming into this match. Last time around over in Celtic was a 3-0 win for Real Madrid back in September the 6th. Real Madrid, though, a 3-2 loss to Leipzig, taking on, of course, Girona this weekend in La Liga. Celtic with a draw against Shakhtar, taking on Livingston, of course, where they're expected to run riot in that game. The odds right here, right now, we've got Real Madrid 5-1 on for the victory, 10-1 is your away win, and 6-1 is the draw. Of course, yeah, we're gonna go 3-0 for this one, Real Madrid, and I might even play the double on that one. Kicking off forward, Maccabi Haifa taking on Benfica, of course, coming at you as well on Wednesday. Now, these two sides have played just the one time. Of course, we'll talk about that shortly. Maccabi Haifa, though, winning 3 and losing 3 of the last 6 at 50% form for them right now. Benfica, though, unbeaten in the last 26 games, 83% form for them, of course, heading into this match. Last time around, it was a 2-0 win for Benfica. I was in Portugal. Benfica, they're picking up a 4-3 win over Juventus, most recently, taking on somebody this weekend over the Portuguese top flight. Maccabi Haifa, though, did lose to PSG, 7-2 drubbing, taking on Ashod, of course, in the Israeli top flight. The odds here, 10-3 is your Maccabi Haifa, 64 on is your Benfica, 60-5 is your draw. Go 2-1 win for Benfica, keeping that unbeaten run going. Of course, flexing the muscles into the next round indeed. Juventus taking on PSG. The Allianz Stadium, maybe a chance here for Juventus to save some grace, save some face, and maybe put a dent in PSG's armour. Of course, Juventus, though, 50% form for them right now, heading into this over the last 6, win 3, lost 3, of course. As for PSG, of course, unbeaten in the last 31 games, of course, 75% form for them over the last 6, winning 3 on the bounce. Of course, last round over in Paris, it was a 2-1 win for PSG. That was back in September 2022. They haven't really played many games, of course, according to my data, in competitive action. PSG, though, big 7-2 win over Maccabi Haifa, taking on Troyes this weekend. They're expected to run right on that game. Juventus 4-3 loss to Benfica, taking on Lecce this weekend. They're expected to win that game as well. The odds here, though, Juventus 3-1 for the victory, 11-8 on is your PSG, 10-3 is the draw. Let's go 2-2 on this one, point apiece. Paris will keep on fighting, PSG will keep on fighting, but Juventus will have a bet something in this game. Copenhagen up against Dortmund, of course, a bit of a chance for Haaland to get some more goals. Actually, he doesn't play for these guys no more. What am I talking about? A chance for Dortmund then to flex some muscles over in the Parken Stadium, of course. Copenhagen, 50% forward for them right now, just, of course, 1 defeat past 6. Up against Dortmund side, 1 defeat also in the past 6, 58% forward for them heading into this. Last round, though, over in Dortmund was a 3-0 win for Dortmund back in September the 6th. Dortmund pick up a 0 against Man City, back to 3 clean sheets on the spin for them. Taking on Frankie this weekend over in the Bundesliga, tough game. They're expected to just about win that game. Then, of course, Copenhagen with a big 3-0 loss to Sevilla. Taking on Randers this weekend in the Danish top flight. The odds here, 10-3 is your Copenhagen, 65 is your 10-7 on is your Dortmund here. Which way will it go? Which way will it go? We're going to go 3-1 win for Dortmund on this to seal the deal indeed. And Man City up against Sevilla. Of course, here we go. Chance for Haaland to get some goals, perhaps, over in Group G. First place City up against third place Sevilla, of course, who already cannot catch them. Played 3 times, got 3 wins out of 3 for City, nothing for Sevilla, no draw. City, though, 6-7 form for them right now, just 1 defeat to the past 6. However, just 1 win and 4 for City at the moment. Meanwhile, Sevilla coming into this on 58% form themselves, 1 defeat past 6. Of course, 4-0 win it was for City over Sevilla last time around. Last time played in Manchester City, of course, over the Etihad was a 2-1 win back in October 2015. City with a big 2-0 draw against Dortmund, taking on Leicester City this weekend, the King Power. Sevilla with a big 3-0 win over Copenhagen, taking on Vallecano this weekend over in La Liga. The odds right here right now, 5-1 on is your City, 11-2 is your draw, 12-1 is your away win. Let's go 3-1 win. Go with the in fact, let's go conservative 2-0 win for City on this one. It's the final 2 now. It's Milan AC, of course, to you and me. I'm getting Salzburg, of course, over in Group E. Now, these two sides have played each other just the one time. We'll talk about it shortly. Milan, though, 67% form for them right now, winning 4 of the last 5. Up against the Salzburg side, just 1 defeat past 6, 67% form for them. Of course, they sit in 3rd spot, with AC Milan sitting in 2nd spot over in Group E. Now, the reverse fixture was a 1-1 draw over in Salzburg. Salzburg, though, pick up a 2-1 loss against Chelsea, taking on Hartberg this weekend over in the Austrian top flight. As for Milan, big 4-0 win over Zagreb. They've scored 10 goals in the last 3 games combined, taking on Torino this weekend over in Serie A. Of course, the odds right here right now. We've got AC Milan 50-8 on for the victory, 3-1 draw, 90-4 is your away win. Let's go 3-0 win AC Milan on this one. Comfortably done. Of course, the reverse last time around was a draw. Remember that. And then finally, it's Chelsea. It is Zagreb. Chelsea, I think they're there. Are they there? Can I confirm that 10 points? I think so. Against the Zagreb side, of course, this is where it all started. The collapse for Thomas Tuchel, losing to Zagreb in the first fixture. Of course, maybe a bit of sweet revenge now for Chelsea. Of course, the reverse fixture was a 1-0 win. Chelsea, though, unbeaten in the last 11 games, 83% form for them right now. Up against the Zagreb side, just 1 win in 5. 2 wins in the last 6, 50% form for them. Of course, 1-2 loss to and drawn 2. Of course, 1-0 win it was over in Zagreb back in September. Zagreb, though, 4-0 loss to AC Milan, taking on Osijek this weekend in the Croatian top flight. Chelsea, the big 2-1 win over Salzburg, taking on Brighton this weekend in the Graham Potter derby. The odds right here right now, though, coming at you for this game, 3-1 on is your Chelsea, 50-4 is your, 8-1 is your long shots. Of course, it's back a 2-0 win, boring 2-0 win for Chelsea, and of course that, my friends, will just about do it for this year's group stage. I did play my double. My double is the 3-0 win over Celtic, backing that to the house, taking it all the way. So make sure you put your own picks in as well. There should be a link in the description. Make sure you smash your subscribe as well. Smash the thumbs up if you see your name. And of course, if you just love football, by smashing that thumbs up. Smash your subscribe as well. We'll be, of course, non-stop coverage in the knockout stage, but also non-stop coverage for the World Cup. And if you are a fan of a nation taking part in this year's World Cup and want to be part of the channel, part of the process, drop a comment down below. Say, hey, I'm a fan of Spain. Hey, I'm a fan of France. Hey, I'm a fan of Belgium. Of course, let me know down below. I'm looking for fans from each one of the nations, and you could be the man or woman or somebody, of course, to take part in this for the World Cup as well. So make sure you do that for me. A monster favour. Let me know down below. But until then, guys and girls, we're smashing your subscribe, smash your thumbs up, especially. We'll see you soon for the next one. Until then, guys and girls, we're just about done.